So the second shape that we're going to look at for surface area is called a sphere, right? So the surface area of a sphere, you can find that in your formula sheet again, right? See that it's 4 pi r squared, okay? So it's 4 times the area of a circle. So the surface area of is equal to 4 pi r squared. So the only thing that I need is the radius of the sphere. That's it. And then everything else is good to go. So the radius of the following sphere is 28 centimeter. What's the surface area? It's as easy as plugging it into the calculator, right? So I know the radius, so the surface area is 4 pi r squared. I can plug it in. And then you can find the answer to the nearest decimal place. There's no rule that we don't have a rule to how many decimal places we usually leave this to. But I would say 1 decimal place is good enough. So the answer is going to be 9852.0. And then what would be your unit for this one? Centimeters squared. It's a surface area, right? So always anything that's area, it's a square term. Okay? Because look here, what's happening is that this is 28 centimeter and they're all squared, right? So what happened? You square the 28, but also your unit is going to be squared. Okay? Yeah. So it's millimeters squared for you.
When I wrote down one, the 2 was inside the bracket. Over here. Is that ever supposed to happen? It doesn't matter?
It doesn't matter.
It wouldn't change the answer?
No.
Okay.
Okay, so now what if I have a ball that has a surface area of 9,900 centimeters squared? What's its radius? So in this case, what am I given?
The surface area?
The surface area, and I'm looking for right? So again, it's a sphere, so I'm going to write the formula down. So the surface area is 4 pi r squared. I know the surface area, so I'm going to replace the surface area with 9,900. Okay, and I need to look for the radius. What do I need to do? What do I do to solve for r?
Would you do something? 990?
Anyone? I have to isolate for r. So how would I isolate for r? I want to leave r here by itself and move everything else. How would I do that?
You move 4 and pi to the other side.
And what does it? I move it as a what?
I'm not sure.
So what kind of operation is there between the 4 pi and the r squared?
It'd be division.
It become division. Yes, I have a multiplication, so when I bring it over, I'm going to divide it by 4 pi. Okay? So make sure that when you're dividing by 4 pi, okay, I have your attention here on the calculator because that's very important. If you're going to actually do this on the calculator, okay, that's fine. But if you're going to put a multiplication, if you're going to do this, then you must put a bracket. Okay? Otherwise, the calculator think that you are dividing by 4, then you're multiplying by pi. But we're actually dividing by 4 pi. okay? If you want, you can try the different answers and see what's going on, okay? But be careful when you're putting in the calculator. If you're gonna put it as 4 pi with no multiplication, that's fine. Or if you're gonna put multiplication, you're gonna have to put bracket. And if you're gonna use the fraction button, that's even better, okay? Some people, if you have the good fraction button, you can just do that, and then you can put 9900, and then bring down your cursor to the bottom, and then do 4 pi, and your answer should be 787.8. Okay, so what did you guys get for r squared?
787.8.
Okay, so this is what I got too. Now, is that my final answer? Is that my radius? What is that?
Oh,
That's radius squared, right? How can I find radius? Square root. Okay, so now I have to square root to find my radius, which is square root of the answer. It's about 28.1 centimeter. Okay, you guys know that you can do square root and then press the answer button. It will square root the answer. Okay. Are we okay with that? So sometimes they give us the surface areas and they want us to find the radius. Okay? So we're going to have to move things around. Now I know Earth is not a sphere, like 100% a sphere, right? It has a more like an oval shape. But we're going to use the sphere to determine the Earth's circumference and the Earth's surface area. Okay? It's an approximate number. So if I'm looking at a circumference of the Earth, right? The Earth is let's say it's a sphere, right? Circumference. Can I have your attention here for a second? If I'm looking for circumference, I'm looking for basically in the middle, right? And then I'm going to just look at the circumference. Okay, so if I'm going to actually start here and then do a full circle around the Earth, what is that circumference? Okay, so basically I'm looking for a circumference of a circle. And then we talked about the circumference of a circle. What did we say the circumference of a circle is? If you don't know and you don't remember, on your formula sheet, if you go back to the 2D shape, okay, and then you look at the circle, it says circumference is 2 pi r. Okay, where under perimeter it says C equals 2 pi r. Okay, so the circumference is 2 pi r. You see that? With the 2D shapes at the bottom. Okay, so if you flip the page. Okay, so I can do 2 pi, and then instead of the radius, I'm going to replace it with 6370. And then you can find the answer. The answer is going to be big. So it's 40023.9. Circumference, perimeter, what would be my unit for perimeter? In this case, it's kilometer, so it's going to stay as kilometer, okay? Because the radius is not squared, right? It's just the radius. So it's going to stay as kilometer. Anytime you're looking for perimeter, circumference, it's just a unit. if we're gonna look for the surface area of Earth, so again, it's a sphere shape, so we're gonna use the surface area of Earth, which is 4 pi r squared. We're gonna plug it in, and we're gonna find the answer. And then because that's the surface area, it's gonna be kilometer squared or square kilometer, okay? So the surface area of Earth is 509,904,363 square kilometer. Are we okay with this?